What? We're back? We're back, I think. Here on 13 Folds Radio on rifreeradio.org. Hanging out. And it's time. I got some exciting news. We've got our Hollywood correspondent, Slapdick Nick, live from the green room with a movie review. What do you got for us, Slapdick?
All right, well, first, in accordance with Megan's Law, I do have to outline the details of my nonviolent sexual offense. You'll find it over here.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Wait, how many pages is this?
That's the first half. The rest is coming due through facts.
Dude, this is just a summary. This is just bullet points.
Yeah, imagine having to carry all those around the neighborhoods. It's not easy. Well, I saw a movie a while ago called The Fantastic Four. Based on I don't know if any of you are familiar with The Fantastic Four, the comic, the movie, the original movie, and the sequel to that movie. None of them are very good. We'll put it like that. So why a major studio like, Marvel owned by Disney wants to do like a dark and gritty reboot of that, I have no idea. But
I have 3 words for you. Age of Ultron. That's why.
They gave this over to director Josh Trank, and his vision for the Fantastic Four, which I guess I'll summarize it real quick. There's a man that stretches, there's a woman that's invisible, there's a guy that catches on fire, and there's a dude that's made of rocks, and that's basically all you have to know. Now, he got that idea, and his thought was, okay, I'm going to do a dark and gritty Cronenbergian body horror film with it. And the studio said, "No, dog, that ain't gonna fly." And in a way they're right. That probably would not have worked. But what we wound up getting was there was a lot of drama behind the scenes, and we wound up getting this kind of half-assed hybrid of the two, where half of it is like trying to be this sci-fi horror movie, and then the other half is trying to be like that Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. And
not the one with the street dancing.
Yeah, that one. And, in case you can't figure it out just from saying that, those two things don't really mesh well together. And so it's kind of apparent when you watch it. They do a lot of reshoots where the Invisible Woman has a horribly straightened wig. Nothing happens for probably about, let's see, how long is the movie? About 2 hours. And basically, it was very critically received. It was horrible. It was at a 9, and now it's at about an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that is out of 100. That's pretty poor. I actually made a short list of movies right now that have a higher score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, by all means.
Fantastic Four.
I love lists.
Okay, yeah, me too. Here we go. Starting off, we've got Batman and Robin. That's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
The nipples.
He's got the pointy nipples, and he makes a bunch of ice puns.
Don't forget the butt shots.
Yeah. And he says things like, "Cool party, chill out, bad boy," and all that great stuff. That's better than Fantastic Four, apparently. The Smurfs 2.
Smurfs 2.
Which I don't know if you watched Smurfs 1.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. Because Smurfs 1, if you said Smurfs 1, I would be like, yeah, of course. That movie was fucking, like, top-notch. Like, that is, like, Citizen Kane, Braveheart, Smurfs 1.
Yeah, there you go.
And then, like, Mannequin 2.
And then they wrecked it. They wrecked it with the sequel. I don't know what they were doing. They totally did not capture the spirit of the original picture in the sequel, so you can understand the disappointment. But yeah, I don't know if you've got Smurfs 2 is on Netflix, and I did this very sad thing one time where I was all by myself in my bedroom, and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a little drinking game with me where I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to drink every time they say Smurf. And,
according to the Megan's Law rap sheet, you were not all alone while you were watching that, by the way.
We're getting somewhere.
Allegedly.
I believe that's a felony for you to lie?
No, that's not allegedly. That's actually fact. No, that's a different one. That's Smurfs 1. Go back to the end of it. Smurfs 2 is at the back. So, yeah, I decided to try to drink every time they said Smurf. I made about 15 minutes, and then I said, okay, I'll do it when they use Smurf as a verb. Like, oh, I'm going to Smurf her later. And then, no, that didn't last long either. Okay. Freddy Got Fingered has a higher score than Fantastic Four.
The Triple X version or the Tom Green one?
Hold on.
That was Criterion Magic right there.
Yeah. Encino Man
Really?
has a higher score than Fantastic Four. Sharktopus. Which
I actually loved Encino Man, so I will say I voted for them on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dave, your opinion doesn't count here.
Well, he's also a fan of Pauly Shore's entire body of work, so.
Yeah, your opinion doesn't count. I've got your mic.
Could I just pump the brakes for 1 second?
Why?
So far, every movie you've mentioned, their budgets combined are still less than the budget of this Fantastic Four movie, by the way.
Yeah. So they're doing worse with less. Or they're doing better with less, I'm sorry. And then the last one on my list here is Junior. And that's the movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant.
So Arnold made your list twice.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Arnold's on my list twice. And I have one last little note here. It did beat Kazam, which is the movie where Shaq is a genie. So if you're thinking of seeing the Fantastic Four, you can wait for about, 48 hours before it comes out on DVD and demand and all that shit. Don't go watch it unless you really are just completely cocked, in which case I want to pass the mic back over to my friend Dave.
Thanks, Slapdick. That was an enlightening movie review.
And that segment was brought to you by Universal Studios. Don't see our movies. Actually, what's the studio that produced that one?
That's Marvel.
Fantastic Four?
It's the Marvel studio.
Is
isn't
it Marvel's?
Disney.
It's their own studio?
Oh, no, it wasn't because it's outside. That one is not part of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's outside. That's why it sucked. There's your problem right there.
All right, they have another follow-up movie to my favorite of the whole Marvel universe is Guardians of the Galaxy. That new movie's coming out.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised by that one. I went in a hater and came out like, okay, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, I thought it was the best out of all the Marvel movies, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the animation companies is leaps and bounds over what they're putting in the theaters.
So, yeah, we're running low on time here. Football game's on.
That's the real reason.
That's the real reason. We got our new affiliates from Pennsylvania,
The Indie Authority. Yep.
We want to thank you guys for rebroadcasting us and introducing us to your audience.
You'll live to regret it.
You will live
Sooner
to
or later.
regret it. But
I won't disappoint you.
You'll have some good songs that you'll hear every once in a while, and maybe go out and buy a new artist.
Why don't you do one of your fancy shout-outs for all of our underwriters?
Oh, our underwriters. You know what? Thank you, Canacare. There are some things marijuana can't fix, but for everything else, there's Canacare. Then Northeast Organic Solutions are very good friends from down in Connecticut. The organic alternative to all of your extraction needs. Green side up, putting the glass in mass. Oh, you like that
With
one, huh?
class.
With class. But not in class because we don't condone that. And then Merchants Bank Card Systems, making electronic transactions easy since 1989. And, of course, Circle Jam Productions, jamming around circles and making it good.
If it's not a circle jam, it must be square.
Yep, make sure your hands are clean.
And always peel the cucumber.
And thank you, Caleb, for sitting through and listening to all this crap week after week and taking the abuse we give you.
And then editing it.
On air, off air, during our breaks. You do take it like a champ.
Yeah, he's got British beef eater.
Here we go, talking about Dave's mom again.
All right, you guys. Thank God she doesn't listen to the show. So yeah, guys.
That's it,
Thanks for sticking around and dealing with us for another hour and a half or whatever it was today, and listening to our ridiculousness, and hopefully make you think about some of the stuff that's going on in the world today.
We promise we'll try harder next week here on 13 Folds Radio on rifreeradio.org.
As if there's something new, kid. With a patient performer, the kid in the corner. We were just tuning you out. We are young and unafraid. We are young and unafraid. conversation. Here's your invitation to choose someone else's heel. The concessions are useless, a filter to diffuse this. Now you have to excuse us, we are moving on. So rats in the basement, trying our patience. We are just tuning you out. We are young and unafraid. We are young and unafraid. Did you think we couldn't feel you there? Did you think we couldn't feel you there? Did you think we couldn't hear you there? Did you think we couldn't hear you there? We were just tuning you out. We were just tuning you out. We will keep tuning you out. We are young and unafraid. We are young and unafraid. We are young and unafraid. We are young and unafraid.
There is whiskey in the water, and there is death upon the vine. There is fear in the eyes of your father, and there is yours, and there is mine. There is a desert veiled in pavement, and there's a city of 7 hills. All our debris flows to the ocean. To meet again, I hope it will. How could something so fair be so cruel when this black sun revolves around you? There is an answer and a question, and there is hope within despair, and there is beauty